What's going on, guys? Welcome on back to Radical Reptilia. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's been 12 years since I posted a video on this channel. Man, what a 12 years it has been. I think the last video I posted was in 2014, which is crazy to me. I can't even believe it was that long ago. But I actually got out of the reptile amphibian hobby totally. Have been for probably 11 of those years. Recently got back into it because, life has changed. I've gotten older, have a little more availability to get into some hobbies now and things like that. So I've gotten back into some ball pythons on a lighter note so far. And I figure, you know what? Let's fire up the old channel, see if anybody's still out there, see if I can share some tips and things like that, some reviews of products that I use, kind of showing the collection off, which I thought might be cool. I also do my own rodent breeding, so I thought I could do some videos on that if you guys are interested. If anybody's still out there, I know we got some subscribers on the channel, but in reality, it's not a lot, and it's been a long time, so I don't know if these videos are really gonna get out there too good. But I thought, you know what the heck, we'll give it a try. We'll come back. Excited to be back in the hobby, excited to get into this community again. So much has changed since I was in it years ago, and I was really young, guys. I mean, I was coming out of high school, I think, when I finished this channel, and even younger when I started it. So it's been quite a while since I've dove in, but there is so much in this hobby now as far as like vendors and all the different caging suppliers and racks and all that stuff. So anyways, without boring you looking at me too long, let's go ahead. I'll show you the collection that I have now, the ball pythons, and then we'll kind of go from there and see what videos I can do moving forward. And yeah, we'll just see if we can get this channel back off the ground. All right, guys, so again, glad to be back. Never thought this would be the case, but here we are, Radical Reptilia, back in the house. This is my Reptile Basics. Boy, I don't remember the model of it, but it's the one that has the, I believe they're like 28 quart tubs, and then you can also do the two like 6 quart tubs, I believe they are, or maybe a little more than that. I'll have to figure out what model I'm looking at here. But anyways, I bought this secondhand off of a guy who was getting out of the hobby, and so I got a good deal on it. And so I figured, you know what, this is a good, not too expensive way to kind of get back into things, see how it goes, see if I want to expand, stay small, etc. Right now, staying on the small side, but you never know in the future. So I've got about 8 snakes currently. One of them is a boa, the rest are ball pythons. If you guys are here from before, or if you're new, that's great too. But if you're here from before, I used to always do mostly ball python videos. Got into corn snakes and things a little bit here and there, but always really liked the balls. I do really like boas too, and I'm not so sure that like balls are going to be my future part of this. I may dive into the boas a little bit more because I think that's kind of a cool area, and there's a lot of new things happening there with morphs and things like that, and I really haven't gotten into that too much before. And also, ball pythons can be a little bit tricky, I guess I'll say, when it comes to feeding and things like that. Otherwise, they're great, great snakes. All the colored patterns and everything is awesome, and the prices of morphs and things now compared to when I was in this 10 years ago has drastically changed. I mean, you can get some really cool stuff for not a lot of money nowadays, which is awesome. So that's a great thing with them too. But one thing about the boas is, 9 times out of 10, they're going to eat when you feed them, and you can get them up to size and breed them and things like that. Whereas the ball pythons might not exactly fit your schedule. You kind of have to work on theirs. I've got a few right now that aren't eating, and it's like, I don't know, they're one of the only animals I've ever met that, like, when you offer them something, they may not always take it. And sure, there's husbandry issues and temperatures and all that kind of stuff. But guys, I've been doing this for years before and back into it now. I've got lots of experience. And ball pythons, they just tend to go off feed when they feel like it. And I've got a couple of males that have done that recently. Have been off for 3 and 4 months, and it's like there's really nothing you can do about it. You can offer them, you can try changing cage locations, you can clean, you can do all kinds of things, but at the end of the day, that's just the ball python. It's what they do. So anyways, before instead of just staring at the rack here, let's show you some snakes. I'll show you the collection quick, and we'll see where this channel takes us. Again, this guy is always expecting a meal. But he's not aggressive. He's pretty cool once he tames down. But this is my male hypo het albino boa. Let me see if I can get him to kind of realize, hey, it's not eating time there, buddy. He's a pretty one. I really like him. Got him about a year ago, actually, at a show as a young baby, and he's grown up pretty quick. But I don't feed him crazy. I do once a week, maybe, but now that he's getting older, maybe once every 2, on like a small size rat or so, and that keeps him pretty much the size you're seeing here. So he is a good looking snake for sure. You can see his eye right there, real high contrast, pretty cool looking. So I'd love to maybe get like an albino female or something to pair him with in the future. I think that would be cool. Really love the boa stuff, and it's really neat because they have the live birth and everything. So yeah, and this guy is just like, if I put my hand down there, he's most certainly going to tag me. Just ate the other day too, but he is always raring to go. So we'll close him up. That's the hypo het albino boa. Close you up there, buddy. And I will call out my wife, who, again, I haven't been on this channel in 12 years. Lots changed. I am married now. And my wife actually went ahead and named all these snakes. If you guys have been around from before, I don't know if any of you are, because I didn't have a lot of subscribers, but if you are, I never named snakes or anything like that. That's all new, but it is kind of cool to refer them with names. And she came up with some really cool names based on colors and things, so I have to give the kudos to her when it comes to that. So Carrie Gold is a female butter enchy het clown. And she's a pretty one as well. One of my favorite females. You can see her there. And this is another one, guys, that she will eat, but only when she really feels like it. Like maybe once or twice a month. So it's been really tough to get her up to size. Really friendly snake though, pretty timid. Never wanting to strike at you or anything like that. But she just, now when she eats, she's excited about it. But when she doesn't want to, she just doesn't eat. So that's the story on her. And if I had to guess, I haven't weighed her in a while, but I guess she's probably around 6 or 7, maybe 800 grams or so. So she's doing pretty well. Just taking it slow. Pecan pied, this is just a regular pied female. Saw her at a show and really thought she was cool looking. She's got a lot of white on her, and she is one of the snakes I have that is very aggressive. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if she tries to strike at me right now. Doesn't really necessarily mean she has a strong feeding response, because she doesn't always, but yeah, you can see she doesn't look too happy. But really pretty snake. I like the pied stuff. Would love to breed her to something in the future and get some cool pies or something like that. But she's not happy, so we're going to close her up for now. So she is just a regular pied female. Then I have my clown female, who is currently about 1,200 grams. There she is. Just ate a meal. She's pretty consistent feeder. She'll go off every now and then, but always seems to come back. You can see her. Real nice looking snake. And guys, not only has the hobby come a long way, but cameras and things like that and phones have come a long way. I mean, I always film. I have another channel too, but I always film with just my phone. And it's amazing what phones can do nowadays. Picking up colors and things like that. When I was a kid, or when I had the old cameras, it just didn't show up like it does now. So really cool to be able to show this stuff and have that good quality video as well. And then one of the things that I could never afford as a kid, but I am into now, are the albino pieds. So I've got a nice pair here, Orange Julius and Orange Julia. This is my pair of albino pieds. Now Julia is an albino Mojave pied, and she is gorgeous, as you can see. Again, with these two, not always consistent feeders. She did just shed those, so that's cool. But not always consistent feeders, so I am having a struggle getting her up to size and her breeding partner. They just do not want to take consistent meals. If you guys have any tricks that you've learned on ball pythons that I haven't tried, which is I've tried generally pretty much everything, they just sometimes don't like to eat. And that's okay, I guess, but it just takes longer. So that's her. Mojave albino pied, and then we have just an albino pied male, Orange Julius here. So that's him. He's looking pretty good. Love the eyes and the yellow that these guys have. Such a cool morph in my opinion, and it's simple really. It's not like it doesn't have 10 genes in it or anything. I know there's a lot you can do with balls nowadays, but just a simpler one. And then this is Plantain. He is a banana pied. So this is one I could potentially breed with espresso, or not espresso, pecan pied, the other pied. And he is up to size, so if we can get her to keep eating, and maybe him as well, because he is currently off a feed, maybe we could do him this year with somebody. That would be cool. But love the banana stuff, especially when you mix it with pied. It's just really cool. So got him. And last but not least, Laffy Taffy is my banana butter enchie clown. This is where I get a little bit more genes involved. And he is super cool. There he is there. Super cool snake. He was really bright when I first got him. He's faded out a bit, but still really cool looking. Just an awesome guy. And he is a really cool snake. He's great to hold. If anybody comes over and wants to hold a snake, I always give them him because he is so tame and easy to handle and things like that. But Mr. Laffy here has decided not to eat for 4 months now. So, you know, still healthy, still drinking water and everything like that. Just off a feed. So I think maybe my males are kind of stuck in breeding mode, and they're just more interested in a partner than food. But hopefully eventually here in the next couple of months, they start taking some meals, and maybe this fall we can actually do some breeding and maybe end up with some cool stuff. So there is my collection right now of the 7 ball pythons and 1 boa in this Reptile Basics rack. And I really like this one because you can have 2 different size tubs in the same rack, which is really nice. So what I'm gonna do actually is end up splitting this so it's actually 2 stacked on top of each other. So I'm gonna take the top half off and actually move it down to the right, put the 2 together, and then put a boa cage on the top because Coco down there is getting a little bit big for his cage. So I'm going to move him into a snake cage, and then move these guys down, put the males in one rack, females in another rack. Maybe that'll help with feeding, I don't know, but we'll give it a try. And we'll see if that makes any difference and go from there. And another thing, guys, and I'll put the link down below, these thermostats, this is an Inkbird thermostat, and it's got a outlet right there and a probe, of course. Not proportional, it's an on-off type, but it does have Wi-Fi. So from my phone, I can control this rack and see what temperature it is. And it's so nice. I think it was like $30 or something like that. I mean, that stuff didn't exist back when I was doing this. I remember I had Herpstats, which were very expensive for me at the time. But now there's just so many options like that. But I'll put a link down below to the Inkbird thermostat or one like it, because those are really nice. I've had it for a good 1.5 years now, and it's been working great. So I'm going to put that down below if you guys are interested. A cheap, reliable thermostat for your rack that you can control from your phone. So that's really nice. But yeah, guys, also happy with the Reptile Basics rack, so definitely recommend them. I'm going to get the cage soon, so I'll do a review on the boa cage. I got the 4x2x12 coming. and some lights and heating and stuff. So we'll do a video on that. I've got some rodent videos I want to do. But if you're seeing this and you have any ideas for future videos or projects or anything you'd like to see from me, feel free to comment down below and let me know. Happy to be back in it, guys. Excited for what this might turn into. Excited to be back in the community here and sharing the journey with you. And yeah, guys, I think that's about it for now. Alrighty, guys, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Again, it's been 12 years, so we'll see how this works. I don't know how the YouTube algorithm is going to like a channel that hasn't posted a video in 12 years, but you know what? We're going to give it a try. We'll post a few, and we'll see what happens. I just think it'd be cool to share with the community, get into some conversations, maybe connect with some folks and whatnot, and you know, try this hobby out again. So drop your comments down below, your thoughts. Give the video a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And we'll have more reptile, snake, rodent related content coming. And without further ado, guys, that's it. I'm going to get out of here and we'll see what we get into in the next one.